This is really a magical incantation to wipe the board clean of whatever you might have done on Earth.
In the heart of one of the world's most fascinating lands lies a discovery that has sent shockwaves through the archaeological community. A 5,000-year-old book known as the Book of Enoch has been uncovered. Where was this manuscript found, and what terrifying secrets does it hold? Join us as we unravel the 5,000-year-old book discovered underground in Egypt, which revealed a horrifying message. Number 1. From ancient legends to modern discoveries. Enoch, belonging to the 7th generation after Adam was the son of Jared and the great-grandfather of Noah. He was known for his deep connection with God. Enoch means initiator, which highlights his role as a teacher and guide. The Old Testament only briefly mentions him, noting his lifespan of 365 years and his mysterious disappearance where. However, Enoch's legend is rich with puzzles. Some stories suggest Enoch may be the strange Melchizedek, a highly respected king and priest in biblical stories. The blending of Christian imagination with scripture often fills gaps where the Bible remains silent. Enoch is believed to have brought writing and astrology to people, acting as a bridge between humans and the divine. He was seen as a religious teacher, a prophet, and a wise mentor. Early church figures like Justin Martyr, Athenagoras, and Clement of Alexandria held Enoch in high regard, with some approving his writings as holy. Examining Genesis reveals Enoch's uniqueness among pre-flood leaders. While others lived for centuries, Enoch's lifespan was comparatively short. His mysterious departure, taken by God, suggests a special relationship and, according to some interpretations, a transition into the heavenly realm without experiencing death. To truly grasp the profound insights and mysteries Enoch reveals, one must delve into the 5 volumes attributed to him, exploring their puzzling and amazing contents. Fragments of a sacred biblical text, alongside various artifacts, have been discovered in the dry caves of Israel's barren landscapes. As time progresses, several interesting myths captivate our imagination, including tales of celestial beings and towering giants. While these stories initially captivate with their mystery, a closer look reveals an overlooked alternative history connected to our past. A particularly remarkable tale lies within ancient Hebrew prophetic literature, recorded in the text known as the Book of Enoch. Traditionally ascribed to Enoch, Noah's respected great-grandfather, this ancient manuscript unveils shocking revelations, challenging the very essence of our existence. Within its pages, secrets are unveiled, shedding light on the origins of evil, the mystery of fallen celestial beings, the fearsome Nephilim, the prophecy of a savior, and the impending conclusion of our earthly story. Within this literary gem, readers are invited into a world where ancient wisdom merges with cosmic riddles, where the celestial and earthly meet in a divine revelation. Like a key to a hidden portal, the Book of Enoch unlocks possibilities in a world where the lines between the familiar and the unknown blur. It prompts an examination of the profound and extraordinary that lies beneath the surface of familiar narratives. The Book of Enoch reveals a story hidden in the sands of time, igniting scholarly debates about its origin and authorship. This ancient tale, though attributed to Enoch, likely combines contributions from various writers between the 3rd century BCE and the 1st century CE. This combined authorship defines the Book of Enoch, reflecting the trend toward diverse Jewish writings during this period. Different religious groups emerged, each packed with new ideas and beliefs. Consequently, the Book of Enoch's different sections display notable diversity, leading some to perceive it as unclear or fragmented. The journey of the Book of Enoch extends to its discovery, with numerous people struggling for possession. Notably, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tawahedo Church has safeguarded the complete Book of Enoch for centuries. James Bruce, a Scottish explorer, introduced Ge'ez manuscripts of the book to the Western world in the 18th century, capturing the interest of European scholars. People can't agree on where the book originally came from. Some think the version in Ge'ez, an Ethiopian language, is the original because it's been kept intact. They believe Ge'ez is older than Aramaic and Hebrew, the other possible languages it was written in. Plus, there's a connection to an ancient Jewish group in Ethiopia who might be descendants of King Solomon and Queen Sheba. But modern scholars think the book was first written in Aramaic or Hebrew, languages used in old Jewish texts. So how was this remarkable book discovered? Number 2. The Journey of the Book of Enoch. In 1946 or 1947, near a village called Qumran by the Dead Sea, some young shepherds found a hidden cave. One of them accidentally moved a rock, and it made a loud noise. Curious, they went inside and found big jars with amazing treasures inside, scrolls made of leather and papyrus. These scrolls ended up with different experts who discovered they were more than 2,000 years old. Despite all this, people still argue about where the book originally came from. Discoveries of the book in Ethiopia and the Qumran caves have revealed layers of complexity, giving insights into how it was passed down, changed, and embraced by different traditions. Its survival in various regions shows how different cultures are connected and highlights the lasting importance of religious texts over time. Even though we're not sure where it originally came from, its enduring presence in the Ethiopian Orthodox Church shows how deeply it has influenced people over centuries. It shows how religious stories can cut across time and place. The discovery of the Book of Enoch fascinated both treasure hunters and archaeologists. Over the years, thousands of scroll fragments were found in the Qumran caves, totaling between 800 and 900 texts. This vast collection drew scholars into an interesting journey. Among these ancient texts, the Book of Enoch stood out as a literary masterpiece, divided into 5 distinct books: the Book of Vigils, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Epistles of Enoch, and the Dream Visions. With a total of 100 chapters, the Book of Enoch goes beyond ordinary storytelling, inviting readers to explore profound aspects of human existence. Each book within the Book of Enoch delves into significant and timeless topics, unraveling mysteries about rewards and punishments, contemplating the end of the world, and pondering the nature of final judgment. The scrolls found in the Qumran caves, especially the Book of Enoch, are more than just old artifacts. They're windows into a diverse range of human ideas and reflections that have lasted for thousands of years. The story in this ancient manuscript, dating back to around 300 BC, begins with a dramatic event, the fall of the Watchers, or Watcher Angels. This event, also mentioned in Genesis 6, leads to the creation of the fearsome Nephilim. God opens Enoch's eyes to see visions from heaven, setting the stage for events that will affect future generations. As the story progresses, we witness a cosmic spectacle as God comes down to earth on Mount Sinai with his armies, passing judgment on humanity. The manuscript explores the idea that everything is predetermined by God, unfolding according to his divine plan. It paints a vivid picture of a stark divide, sinners facing danger while the righteous thrive in light, joy, and peace. The initial part of the manuscript vividly describes the interaction between fallen angels and humans. Semi-Azaz, one of the fallen angels, persuades the other 199 to take human wives, leading to the creation of the Nephilim, giant beings who bring chaos to the world. This chaos intensifies as corrupt teachings from fallen angels, particularly Azazel, spread among humans. In this tale, beings from the stars like Michael, Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel witness the growing wickedness on earth. They plead with God to intervene and punish both the world and the fallen angels for their corruption. In response, God sends Uriel to warn Noah of the impending destruction. God tasks Raphael with imprisoning Azazel, Gabriel with dealing with the Nephilim, and Michael with binding the fallen angels. This cosmic saga unfolds, depicting conflicts, divine interventions, and the prediction of destructive events. The tale offers readers a glimpse into the complex relationship between earthly and heavenly realms. The connection between the offspring of God and the Nephilim has sparked various interpretations. Some believe that the sons of God mentioned are fallen angels who had children with human women, a concept vividly explored in the non-canonical Jewish text, the first book of Enoch. Some scholars believe that the portrayal of the Nephilim as giants in the first book of Enoch supports the idea that they were of supernatural origin. However, this interpretation has sparked debates among theologians about whether angels or demons could physically have children with humans. The ancient story, covered in mystery, continues to captivate us, encouraging us to explore the intersection of heavenly and earthly realms with a sense of wonder. Number 3. Intriguing prophecies and symbolisms. Chapters 37 to 71 in the Book of Enoch, which fall under the Book of Vigils section, read like the Book of Proverbs. This has led to discussions among scholars about the Book of Proverbs' relationship with the Book of the Vigils. This part not only talks about what happens to fallen angels, but also explores the fate of wicked earthly rulers. What makes this story even more puzzling is the use of the term Son of Man for the hero who administers discipline, also known as the Righteous One, Elect One, and Messiah, sitting on the throne of glory during the ultimate judgment. It's worth noting that the Book of Enoch is the earliest known use of Son of Man as a distinct title in Hebrew scriptures, which might have influenced early Christian beliefs and the use of this term. The old prophecies in the Book of Enoch echo with themes found in the Book of Revelation, blending seamlessly with biblical teachings. Additionally, a significant portion of the text delves into the mysteries of the stars and their significance. One particularly captivating section, called Dream Visions, takes center stage as it unfolds a detailed prophecy spanning human history. Within these dreams are visions depicting Israel's past, stretching back to what many interpret as the Maccabean revolt period around 163 to 142 BC. Interestingly, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church suggests an even earlier origin, claiming it was written before the biblical flood. As the narrative unfolds, the book vividly recounts Israel's past through a series of visions and symbolic tales. Animals symbolize humans, while people represent angels, adding complexity to the storytelling and inviting deeper reflection. The mix of history and symbolism in the Book of Enoch creates an interesting picture that encourages readers to delve into the deep meanings hidden in the dreams written in this ancient text. This visionary part of the book goes beyond time boundaries, stretching from the distant past through the present and into the far-off future. It predicts events from the very beginning of time, weaving its story towards the climax of the final judgment. As we embark on this literary adventure, we find ourselves immersed in a diverse range of prophecies that go beyond the ordinary, prompting us to ponder life's profound mysteries. Although the Book of Enoch shares similarities with the Bible, it also has its complications. One notable inconsistency arises when it mentions Noah. According to the Bible, Enoch went to heaven long before Noah was even born. This raises a puzzling question. How could Enoch, who was supposedly in heaven, know about Noah and the flood events if he truly wrote the Book of Enoch? In Enoch 10, all the wrongdoing on earth is attributed to a demon named Azazel. These verses suggest that Azazel's influence has infected the whole planet, leading to all kinds of evil. This differs from the more common biblical story where Lucifer, also known as Satan or the devil, is blamed for worldly problems as the one who started sin. What's fascinating is that Azazel isn't identified in the same way as Lucifer in biblical teachings. The Book of Enoch offers a fresh perspective by emphasizing Azazel's role in shaping events, challenging the traditional understanding of demonic influence in biblical stories. In this captivating text, Enoch shares secrets from the heavens and cosmic knowledge he gained during his guided journeys with Uriel. These revelations include insights into the solar calendar, a concept also found in the Book of Jubilees used by the Dead Sea sect. This unique calendar has 364 days, neatly divided into 4 seasons of equal length, each lasting 91 days. Within each season, there are 3 months of 30 days each, with an extra day added at the end of the 3rd month. As a result, the whole year neatly fits into precisely 52 weeks. Adding a poetic touch to the universe's structure, each year and season begins on Wednesday, the 4th day of creation, according to Genesis. This day marks the birth of lights in the sky, the start of seasons, and the beginning of days and years, playing a crucial role in this cosmic tale. Enoch's revelations not only offer a celestial roadmap, but also connect the cosmic dance to the ancient scriptural story of creation, blending the earthly and heavenly realms in a captivating narrative of cosmic harmony. The Book of Enoch takes us on a journey through the cosmos. It offers not just mystical insights, but also descriptions of the heavens and climate that differ from both the Bible and our current scientific understanding. Number 4. Mysteries of the Stars. In a particularly shocking instance, Enoch is depicted as carefully measuring the cosmic realm, claiming to have explored and counted every single star in the vast expanse of the sky. However, this idea contrasts with the practicality mentioned in Jeremiah 33 in the Bible, where the sheer number of stars is considered too vast to count. In Enoch's cosmic dance, an interesting irregularity arises. While Enoch seems to know every star intimately, modern astronomers, equipped with advanced telescopes and technology, estimate an uncountable number of stars. Just in our Milky Way galaxy, there are around 100 million stars, and beyond, countless other galaxies hold millions more. This stellar mystery in the Book of Enoch prompts us to ponder not just the mystical aspects of the text, but also the differing views on the vastness of the universe. Comparing Enoch's star cataloging with our modern understanding of the endless cosmos provides a fascinating glimpse into the divide between ancient wisdom and modern scientific exploration. In another unexpected turn, Enoch 41 presents an inconsistency where the wind, snow, hail, and even the moon are described as coming from a wooden container in the sky. These depictions are not just unusual, but also considered illogical and strange, sharply contrasting both scientific knowledge and biblical teachings. It's these unique aspects that shed light on why the Book of Enoch didn't make it into the biblical canon. These inconsistencies reveal a story that challenges conventional wisdom, prompting us to explore the borders between ancient myths, scientific reasoning, and the decisions made about sacred texts. Now, let's explore a recent discovery in Egypt that illuminates the rich history of ancient literature. This remarkable find, detailed in a publication from the Journal of Egyptian Archaeology, reshapes our understanding of ancient texts, such as the Book of Enoch. The discovery also shines a light on the profound dedication and skillfulness of people in that period, as they delved into the mysteries surrounding life after death. Perida Lucarelli, a guardian specializing in Egyptology at the University of California, Berkeley, highlights the deep fascination ancient Egyptians had for every aspect of life, viewing death as a doorway to a new existence. The newly found text, known as the Book of Two Ways, is one of around 20 copies known to modern archaeologists. What makes it special is that it's the oldest among them, found in a coffin that managed to avoid being looted by grave robbers and overlooked by earlier generations of archaeologists. This ancient manuscript provides a unique glimpse into the complex beliefs of ancient Egyptians about the journey beyond life and their relentless pursuit to understand the mysteries of the afterlife. Unlike modern bound books, this relic is exceptional. It's carved directly onto the inside of a coffin. Preserved on 2 cedar panels designed with calligraphy, these inscriptions specifically mention the Book of Two Ways. Artifacts found in the tomb, dating back to the reign of Pharaoh Mentuhotep II around 2010 BC, provide historical context to this amazing discovery. Harco Willems, a researcher who studies ancient Egypt at the University of Leuven in Belgium, explains that the writings inside these coffins were meant to help the person who died find their place among the gods. It's interesting because the coffin belonged to a wealthy woman named Anke, but the instructions for the afterlife called her He. Kakuni, who knows a lot about Egyptian art and buildings from the University of California, Los Angeles, says this was done to connect Anke with Osiris, a male god who ruled over the afterlife. What's even more fascinating is that Anke's version of the Book of Two Ways shows that she personalized it, maybe because she faced challenges in her life that she compared to a ring of fire. The things found in her coffin explain how she planned to overcome these challenges, giving us a special insight into her journey. The maps in this book, and others, are full of strange symbols and lines that we still don't understand today. Some experts believe that these drawings originally came from pictures of life, meant to perform rituals, to bring back gods, or people who had died. These writings, seen as symbols of being born again in this world or another place, are really important and kind of strange. In another interesting find, at the Saqqara burial site, the Egyptian Antiquities Ministry found a temple connected to Queen Neat. They uncovered burial holes with stuff from Egypt's 18th and 19th dynasties. One of the finds was a long papyrus scroll, about 13 feet long, explaining chapter 17 of the Book of the Dead. It was like a big guidebook for people who died on how to get around in the afterlife. They also found masks, a special place for Anubis, an ancient Egyptian god, statues, and even games for the afterlife. Looking even more into the secrets of old writings, the Thule Papyrus, which is almost 3,500 years old, talks about weird things flying in the sky, like shiny discs brighter than the sun. This story, from about 1480 BC, during Thutmose II's time as king, got people's attention in the 1930s, especially those who believed in ancient astronauts. Then, there's the discovery of the Book of Thoth that adds to this amazing story. Number 5. Ancient Wisdom and Divine Secrets. Linked to Thoth, the Egyptian god of writing and wisdom, this mysterious book is said to have powerful spells. One spell lets you understand what animals are saying, and another lets you see the gods. Legend says that people who read the Book of Thoth gain amazing wisdom and become masters of the earth, sea, and stars. Its origins go back to the Greco-Roman times, and it's all about honoring Thoth, the Egyptian god who's all about libraries, writing, and scribes. Thoth is often connected with Hermes, the Greek god who guides souls, laying the groundwork for a philosophy called Hermeticism. This tradition focuses on divine revelations written down in books, like the Hermetic Corpus, where the Book of Thoth fits in. The book is written like a conversation between Thoth and two titled students, he who praises knowledge and he who loves learning. And people think it's Thoth himself, passing on his wisdom directly. Harco Willems, a researcher who studies ancient Egypt at the University of Leuven in Belgium, explains that the writings inside these coffins were meant to help the person who died find their place among the gods. It's interesting because the coffin belonged to a wealthy woman named Anke, but the instructions for the afterlife called her He. Kakuni, who knows a lot about Egyptian art and buildings from the University of California, Los Angeles, says this was done to connect Anke with Osiris, a male god who ruled over the afterlife. What's even more fascinating is that Anke's version of the Book of Two Ways shows that she personalized it, maybe because she faced challenges in her life that she compared to a ring of fire. The things found in her coffin explain how she planned to overcome these challenges, giving us a special insight into her journey. The maps in this book, and others, are full of strange symbols and lines that we still don't understand today. Some experts believe that these drawings originally came from pictures of life, meant to perform rituals, to bring back gods, or people who had died. These writings, seen as symbols of being born again in this world or another place, are really important and kind of strange. In another interesting find, at the Saqqara burial site, the Egyptian Antiquities Ministry found a temple connected to Queen Neat. They uncovered burial holes with stuff from Egypt's 18th and 19th dynasties. One of the finds was a long papyrus scroll, about 13 feet long, explaining chapter 17 of the Book of the Dead.
The decisive moment in the Egyptian Book of the Dead is called the Weighing of the Heart.
It was like a big guidebook for people who died on how to get around in the afterlife. They also found masks, a special place for Anubis, an ancient Egyptian god, statues, and even games for the afterlife. Looking even more into the secrets of old writings, the Thule Papyrus, which is almost 3,500 years old, talks about weird things flying in the sky, like shiny discs brighter than the sun. This story, from about 1480 BC, during Thutmose II's time as king, got people's attention in the 1930s, especially those who believed in ancient astronauts. Then, there's the discovery of the Book of Thoth that adds to this amazing story, covering a wide range of subjects like rituals, building temples, theology, geography, and medicine. The Book of Thoth is like a treasure chest of ancient wisdom. According to Egyptian stories, the first 2 pages of this magical book hold secrets that let you understand animal language, search for immortality, and see gods that are usually hidden. For a long time, people lost track of the Book of Thoth. They only knew about it from stories and legends about its supposed magical powers. According to the tales, the book was hidden near Koptos by the Nile, kept safe in boxes guarded by snakes. A brave Egyptian prince named Nefra fought these snakes to get the book. But as punishment for stealing it, the gods took the lives of his wife and son. Overcome with grief, Nefra ended his own life and was buried alongside the book he fought for. Centuries later, during the reign of the renowned pharaoh Ramses the Great, there lived his son Zedna, a unique individual who not only cherished ancient texts, but also possessed remarkable skills in magic. While his royal counterparts were occupied with pursuits like hunting and military affairs, Zedna found solace in solitary study. Zedna wasn't just into reading the oldest picture writings. He was also really good at writing down the hundreds of symbols that made up the ancient Egyptian language. Plus, he was a magic expert, learning tricks from even the most mysterious old books, some of which even the priests couldn't understand. When Zedna found out that the Book of Thoth was buried with Nefra, a prince, in his fancy tomb in Memphis, he was determined to get it and soak up all its knowledge. He asked his brother Anaro for help, saying life didn't mean much to him without the book. Anaro agreed to help, promising to stick with him no matter what dangers they faced. So the 2 brothers set off to Memphis and found Nefra's tomb. Inside the tomb, Zedna went to the main room where Nefra's body was lying, all wrapped up in cloth. As Zedna stood by Nefra's stone tomb, 2 ghostly figures appeared, a lovely young woman and a child representing the past. Resting on Nefra's motionless chest was the Book of Thoth. Suddenly, the charming woman urged Zedna to do terrible things, like humiliating himself in front of the pharaoh. But Zedna soon realized it was all a trick, planned by the late Prince Nefra as a test. Relieved, Zedna returned the book to Nefra's tomb and respectfully buried Nefra's wife and son, sealing them in their resting place. This tale dives into the ancient Egyptian belief that humans shouldn't have the same knowledge as the gods. Interestingly, a man named Aleister Crowley added to this story by creating his own Book of Thoth and a set of tarot cards. He claimed that Thoth himself gave him the ideas for both. The connection between the Book of Thoth and tarot makes sense since many believe that tarot cards have their origins in ancient Egypt. Some even suggest that the Book of Thoth is more like a set of tarot cards than a regular book or scroll. A mysterious document called the Emerald Tablets of Thoth has also reappeared. Translations reveal that Thoth, a priest-king who ruled the legendary Atlantis around 36,000 years ago, is its author. Legends even suggest that Thoth's words are so powerful that without them, the gods themselves might vanish. Ancient stories hint at Thoth's importance, with whispers of a hidden book near Prince Nephra's city of the dead, possibly buried beneath the huge paw of the Sphinx. This document, though related to the Book of Thoth, focuses on rare magic, aiming to understand unseen things like seasons, illnesses, and the cycle of day and night. Throughout these writings, there are mentions of spells that resemble prayers. The texts suggest that humans exist between the mortal and divine realms, exploring the mysteries of death and rebirth. Despite the unknown contents of the real Book of Thoth, the search for it is filled with stories of caution. It's believed that finding it brings bad luck and suffering, echoing ancient Egyptian myths. Reading the Book of Thoth is thought to bring punishment from the divine, as the knowledge it holds is considered too powerful for humans. These Egyptian findings, like the Book of Enoch, give us deep insights into ancient civilizations, cultures, and the shared experiences of humanity. They help us to understand history better and connect us across different eras. Each discovery adds another layer to the fascinating story of our past. The message of Enoch revealed in this ancient manuscript, dating back to around 170 BC, is divided into 5 interesting parts. The first part, called The Apocalypse of the Weeks, tells the story of the world in 10 periods, called weeks, 7 of which focus on the past and 3 on future events. The most exciting part comes at the end, describing a new heaven and a time of endless goodness and righteousness. In the section called The Exhortation, Enoch gives a short but powerful list of requests or encouragements, urging people to do what's right and setting the stage for what comes next. The epistle section explores God's wisdom, the rewards for the righteous, the punishment for the wicked, and the different paths people can take, either righteous or unrighteous. It also includes 6 warnings against sinners, evidence from creation against them, and promises about what happens after death. Lastly, the Birth of Noah section, found in fragments in Qumran, is like an extra part added at the end. It's separated from the rest of the text by a blank line, like an appendix in a book. This story describes Noah, who was born with a special angel-like appearance. At the end of the book, there's a part called The Conclusion, added by the last person who worked on it. It explains how good people are like a generation of light, while bad people are left in darkness. But why do official religious groups often ignore or even ban this ancient Bible book when it has important details about our origins? One reason might be because it starts with a warning about God's punishment for people who don't follow the rules. It also talks about these big, fierce giants called Nephilim who were around during the flood and were saved by Noah. Plus, it describes Enoch going on adventures through different heavenly places, showing powerful beings and the bad things waiting for wicked people. Could the book's detailed stories about strange creatures with fancy technology visiting Earth and having kids with humans hint at encounters with ancient aliens? It also explains why there isn't much evidence of these encounters left after the Great Flood. Even though some people call it fake, something is fascinating about this book, making us wonder about aliens and what other secrets they might hold. What are your thoughts on the discovery of the Book of Enoch? Let us know your opinion in the comments below.